Hello everyone, this is Power once again with a brief video. Recently, iSlayer posted a video about the future of the community 2014, so I decided to give it a shot at this topic myself as well. Undoubtedly, this would be a hopelessly pathetic attempt at predicting the future of the community, so in a few months I'm sure we'll all look back at this video and laugh. For this video, I decided to cover the same points he did, and just to keep you guys entertained, I have uploaded some gameplay of DEF CON into the background. You can either stay and watch that if you really want to, or you can simply put this on a tab and go about your day. Without further ado, let's get this video started. First off, will the community exist in 2014? Unless a catastrophic event occurs in the next 16 days, the odds are, if you get online, January 1st, 2014, there will still be a Halo military community. On a more serious note, yeah, it will probably survive for at least a few months into 2014. If so, how many people will stay? The amount of people in the community pretty much will be everybody who is not upgraded to Xbox One. With this statement being true, the odds are the total population of the community will be less throughout 2014. However, because there appears to be uptick in the total activity of the community, this drop in overall population will be masked by the increase in activity until the population is so small that the drop can no longer be ignored, or until Halo 5. Will I stay in the community? Better question, does that even matter? Intelligence agencies. So realistically, the only reason why this question was asked by iSlayer is because a few of his associates and himself claimed to work in intelligence, and they want to get intelligence back into the field of play in the community. It was an attention grab, and a poor one at that, but I will humor you guys and attempt to answer the question. An intelligence agency, almost by definition, is primarily focused on gathering non-public information. However, in this community, people have a very warped, unrealistic view of intelligence, and believe it to be more about assassinations, covert operations, clandestine operations, etc. Intelligence agencies in real life do occasionally perform this type of work, but the vast majority of their workload is simply obtaining secret information. This is rarely done in this community. Realistically, most people in this community like working in intelligence because it provides them a sense of control and importance that they don't normally have in an otherwise average clan career. Slap on some secret ID into your bio and set up a website, and suddenly you're a member of an unstoppable force that controls the fate of the community. I do get a chuckle out of that, but then again, it is all just fantasy, right? On a less sarcastic note, will they exist? Undoubtedly, there will be people attempting to do covert operations, clandestine operations, and intelligence in this community. But in reality, this is reliant on the total activity in the state of the community. Intelligence requires there to be a target to gather intelligence from, or covert operations requires there to be a target to perform these operations on. If there's no clans active in the community, there will be no intelligence. So intelligence is related to how active the community is. If there are clans to operate against, yes, there is potential for espionage and intelligence and covert operations, etc. However, I don't see it becoming big, not nearly as big as it was back in the UN era. Alliances, will they exist? Yes. However, historically, alliances have been almost entirely a joke, so realistically, this question is semi-pointless. Community summit meetings. So, iSlayer said it'd be something where clan leaders get together and talk about stuff. Clan leaders do this all the time. I heard of this thing called party chat. Maybe you guys heard of it as well. Again, seriously, I'm sure these meetings will be held, but unless actual stuff of importance is discussed, such as basic clan interactions, stuff like that, set some basic ground rules, I don't really think there'll be anything significant. On a related note, iSlayer mentioned he would like to host these meetings. I do have to admit, a meeting where every clan leader is present and discussing their clans would be a great opportunity for someone who's interested in intelligence agencies to gather information. Wouldn't you agree? Just some food for thought. Mods. They won't change anything other than gameplay. They can't be a bad thing, but they won't affect the metagaming / political aspect of the community much in the long run. How long will the community last? I have two opinions on this. I'm not sure which one's true, so I'll cover both. The first option is community dies during the summer. Why is this? People get out of school. You would think that since people are out of school, they'll spend more time on Xbox Live. However, that's not the case historically. I've seen this happen. What actually happens is that since there's no longer school, people's schedule is less consistent, so clans become less active because people's time schedules don't match up as well. Also, another factor that plays into this is that during the summer is when people who didn't get the Xbox One over Christmas break or over spring will start getting a lot, because people will start getting prepared for fall game releases such as sports games, Titanfall, I believe, uh, Destiny, etc. So this will be the time people really start picking up on the Xbox One who haven't already. As such, that's one option as to when the community will die. The other option, which I believe is more likely, is that the existence of the community uh, from the day of launch of Halo 5 onward is completely dependent on the quality of Halo 5. The military community has relied almost entirely on Forge. That's why Halo 4 didn't carry the Halo military clan community that well, is because its Forge was inferior to Reach. So looking at that, Halo 5's the community's existence on Halo 5 is almost entirely dependent on the quality of Forge and other assets available to the community on Halo 5. If Halo 5 is not equal to or better than Reach, the community will not be able to survive until Halo 6. By that point in time, the only option is to stay on the 360 for over a year, or possibly 2 years past the Halo 5 launch, which brings us to 3 years playing on the 360, and the Xbox One's already been out. That's completely ridiculous and will not happen. So, as I said, the existence of the community is reliant on how good Halo 5 is, which I'm sure you guys have already thought of this, but that's the most truthful way to look at it. As usual, comment below. I might read through them, I might not. Yeah. Thank you for your time. This is Power out.